Breaking news. A man is in the hospital after being shot right outside his Nashville home. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy is outside the apartment complex where it happened. And Dan, we understand the police think that this was a random attack?
Yeah, they're going basically with witness statements and what the victim's been able to tell them at this point, Amy, and so they're calling this random at this point. It all happened about 11 o'clock last night. We're on Creekwood Drive at these apartments behind me. The man says he was just sitting outside of his apartment when a black sedan pulled up and opened fire. He was shot in the left leg and he was taken to the hospital. Witnesses in other apartments nearby reported to police that they heard at least one shot. They looked outside the window to see what was going on, and they tell police that they saw this man on the ground. And so one of his friends loaded him up in the car and took him to nearby TriStar Skyline Medical Center, which is only 1.5 miles away, and that's where he's been since. Doctors have been working on him overnight, and we're told he's going to make a full recovery, non-life-threatening injuries. The only information he's been able to provide to police at this point is that it was random and that it was a black sedan that opened fire. That's all the information we have. Police are hoping for a little more info from the public. 615-74-CRIME is the number to call if you can help out. Reporting live in North Nashville, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thank you. And right now, police are trying to track down 2 men responsible for a scary carjacking in Bordeaux just hours ago. News Channel 5's Alexander Cohen's following the latest for us this morning. And Alexander, I understand these guys had a gun when they took the car.
Yeah, Amy, I can't imagine being in my car, having someone go up and point a gun in my face, especially at 2 in the morning when you're probably tired, maybe heading home from work. Right now, police here inside at the North Precinct are looking for a 1999 Silver Crown Vic that was taken from the victim at gunpoint. Police were called to the 3000 block of Mexico Drive in Bordeaux around 2 this morning. Like I said, the victim told police 2 men in ski masks and all black approached him with handguns. They demand the vehicle, and police say the victim gave it up without a fight. No one was injured during the incident, but the suspects are on the run, believed to be in that stolen vehicle. So again, if you see a vehicle that matches that description, Metro Police, they do want to hear from you. The information is very vague, so that's why they're asking for witnesses. Reporting in Live Drive, Alexander Cohen, News Channel 5.
Alexandra, thank you. And new this morning, a man trying to pick up his friend on the interstate is facing a DUI charge. Police tell us a man walking on the shoulder of I-24 West near the 440 split called his friend to pick him up. His friend came to get him but was driving drunk. He stopped on the interstate to pick up his friend and was rear-ended. The crash looked pretty bad, but thankfully the injuries were minor. And it was just over a week ago when a California tourist was shot and killed in downtown Nashville. And that murder, along with several armed robberies, have caused police to increase their presence downtown. Now the city's working to tackle the perception of violence. News Channel 5's Rebecca Schleicher spoke one-on-one with Mayor Megan Barry about the recent attacks.
Actually, crime is down in our entertainment district, but we absolutely are sensitive to making sure that people feel safe and increasing our police presence.
Mayor Barry also tells us that you can expect to see more officers in the downtown area for a while. We're going to have more on the fatal shooting of that tourist coming up in our next half hour. I'm still in charge. That's what Rutherford County Sheriff Robert Arnold told News Channel 5's Nick Barris in an exclusive interview from behind bars. Arnold has been in federal custody in Kentucky since last week. He was free awaiting trial on corruption charges, but a judge revoked that pretrial release in light of recent domestic abuse allegations. Some thought this might force Arnold off the job, but he's told us he has no plans of resigning. Right now, Arnold is appealing the judge's decision to revoke his pretrial release. 33 death row inmates are shaping the future of capital punishment in Tennessee. The inmates are suing the state, saying lethal injection is cruel and unusual punishment. A Davidson County judge agreed last year, and the state Supreme Court will hear the case on Thursday. It's been 7 years since the last execution in Tennessee. An elderly woman was found bruised and living in filthy conditions in Hendersonville. The Tennessean's reporting her son, Shane Eldridge, was arrested on a string of charges. The woman was wearing the same hospital gown for a month, and it hadn't been washed. An MTSU student was assaulted by a man that she met on a dating app. We're told the man is not an MTSU student. University police are, however, now urging students to take precautions when using those dating apps. They say you should meet the person in a public place and always tell a friend when and where you're meeting. Happening today, a measure that would stop a strip club from moving to downtown will be read by Metro Council. They're actually moving to more of the Midtown area. The ordinance wants to essentially ban sexually oriented businesses like Deja Vu Gentlemen's Club in the area. There are 2 petitions circulating online, one supporting the bill and one that opposes it. So download the News Channel 5 app for updates on tonight's meeting. New social studies standards have the governor concerned this morning. Governor Bill Haslam says he's worried too much Tennessee history could be taken away under the proposed update. A draft version would remove several Tennessee events from U.S. history courses, including major milestones in the civil rights movement for minorities and women and Civil War battles fought here. The changes are not yet final.